Greetings, friends. It's me, Wayman29, and boy, you're lucky I'm here. Liberating the literature, storming the walls, liberating the literature from the zealots, stuff that Dawkins and Strobel will not tell you. Today we're out taking a little walk. It's still pretty cold here, and the wind's blowing, but not as bad as the wind that blows over misinformed people and starting to make my stomach sick. So this is another installment of Religious Literature for Dummies, Genesis chapter 1. It's probably one of the most misread texts. People try to make it into a science book. However, we're just going to try to look at it from a non-theological point of view, Bible without theology, and read it as literature. And it's a beautiful piece of literature written in prose. If you want to get some good books on the topics, you could get the Jewish Publication Society Tanakh. You could get the Jewish Publication Society Bible Commentary, because Jews probably know more about their text than plenty of other people. And in the Jewish Publication Society commentary, it has ideas from the past, Middle Ages, and current views on the text of the Tanakh. And also, what's great, has 35 essays on what leading scholars discuss and are talking about and are fighting over. And it's great stuff. Archaeology. So if you got your cheesy NIV archaeology Bible, put it on a shelf way in the back and pull all these JPS Bibles up to the front. It'll do you more good. Also, another good book is E.A. Spizer's Anchor Bible Commentary on Genesis. And you could dig through that. Another good commentary on it is put out by the Catholic Church, well, Catholic scholars, which at times they aren't all that bad. The New Jerome Commentary, they actually do mention the influences of the ancient Near East on the story of Genesis. Also, to see a really good creation story, Sandra Daly's book, Myths from Mesopotamia. It's another great book because you have to look at the Babylonian creation epic to check out Genesis. Because Genesis chapter 1 is a slam against the Babylonian creation epic. And it's done beautifully because in the text, all the things that were labeled as gods are now labeled as just things. And it's pretty amazing. So, to start out, what a lot of people don't understand is the paraphrased versions start out, some of them, when God began to create the earth. That's saying the deity always existed. He just came upon this unformed mass of stuff and began to create, which according to a lot of things, makes a lot of sense. You'll find in the text many words that mean the same thing, and he's defining things, and he's dividing things. One of the main points, you have three words for abyss, Tehom, the Mayim, the seas, not the wastewater, the urine, waters from waters, the Mayim, and the and Yam. Yam is a word that comes out of the Canaanite sea god Yam, and it was carried over into possibly Judaism. So what's interesting about that is the text is written in prose, and it ends in Genesis chapter 2, I believe 3. You can look it up. If I'm wrong, you were doing the research and reading the literature anyways, so you probably didn't need to watch this video. You need to get a really good Strong's Exhaustive Concordance. They're free all over the internet. And just start checking out the word placement in Hebrew, because it's pretty amazing. There's word puns, and there's opposites, and there's ideas of numbers, sevens, and all sorts of things. Another interesting thing about Genesis is how they say the world was created. You have the land with the water below it, and the earth is flat. The earth is flat in this text. The water's below it. You have like an upside down bowl being the space between the Shemayim, or the heavens. Not the heavens someplace out where Jesus lives, but the skies. Then you have water above that. So to get a better understanding of this, say you're standing on the beach, you look at the horizon and you see the horizon coming down and meeting the blue water. So you assume the sky is blue, that there's also water above this space. And that's where the story of Noah comes in, when all that water above, the separation above the Shemayim, comes down and floods the earth. So that was placed in that story. So I'm sorry this is really bright here, but I'm kind of taking a walk. At any rate, the Babylonian creation epic, there was a division between the gods, a god of salt water, a god of fresh water. So all these things are happening. And even the man has 3 or 4 definitions as word puns. So if you have some extra time, it would do you plenty of good to check out the Hebrew words in there, try to learn some of them, and then you'll ask another question. You'll ask, what is everybody all excited about if the text in Genesis 1 and others are just agada, or stories, purely meant to be teaching tools of the law rather than a science book? So, I don't know, friends. Remember, if everybody's thinking alike, somebody isn't thinking. Take care of each other and yourselves.